18, the Pilate entered into the judgment hall and again called Jesus. Now Pilate, with his Roman authority, he's trying to get an A on this Jewish test. So he gets Jesus, his Jewish teacher, outside of the main class into a private study setting. And he said unto Jesus, Art thou the King of the Jews? Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself? In other words, if you say it of yourself, you got to deny that Caesar is Lord. Or did others tell it of thee? Pilate answered, Am I a Jew? Thine own nation and thy chief priest have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done? This is Pilate's dilemma, and Jesus is not letting him off easy. In this Jewish class, it is quite obvious that Pilate is a bully in this class. Anybody have bullies in your class? And bullies, they don't think they have to give the right answer. They don't think they're subject to control in the class. Well, in Jesus' class, the Jews must answer the test questions right. In Jesus' class, they must answer that Jesus is Son of God, that Jesus is the Jewish King, that he's the Messiah, and no one else has God sent in their midst. In fact, all nations must answer this test question in Jesus' class, and they must get the answer right. Yeah. Wow. So Jesus said in verse 16, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom was of this world, then would my servants fight for me, that I should not be delivered to the Jews, but now is my kingdom not from hence. Now Pilate is really confused. Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou then a king? Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness from the truth. And he was sent by the Father. He said, I didn't come to do my will. I came to do the will of my Father. Jesus said, if I had come in my name, you would have done what I said unto you. But because I did what the Father sent me, you don't want to do the Father's will. And Jesus gave the answer to Pilate, to this outward governor, to help him pass the test. And Pilate said unto him, What is truth? And when Pilate had said this, he went out again unto the Jews and exposed himself and said unto them, I find no fault in him. What if God sent an unruly exchange student to our class? And he does. And we are the teacher of the class. What if the exchange student in our class is poverty and poor choices? What if the student is filled with sickness and bad health? Could be another bully to live with, and you can't put them out of class. Could be a mean parent with nasty mouth. Could be families and neighbors. Could be a boss, and you got to stay there and take it. At my cousin's funeral yesterday, his grandson-in-law spoke about Cousin Bud. So Cousin Bud was raised up in a time when black men could not answer when they were persecuted. They had to stay on the job. They had to get the work done from sun up to sundown. And they worked for cheap, but they had to work because he had sons and daughters home. He had a wife home. He had to bring the paycheck home. Every paycheck, he had to bring it home to feed his children. Put a roof over their head. Put shoes on their feet. Clothes on their back. Put food on the table. Have a bed for them to sleep in. He said sometimes When the boss mistreated him, sometime when the work got too hard, he couldn't complain.
All right.
Not like today's young people. They don't understand. When the boss gives them an order and tell them what to do, or it's on the job description, they say, I'm not going to do that. And they get away with it. He said, not in my cousin Bud's time. Whatever the job description was, you did it. If he said get in the hole and dig, you had to dig.
That's right.
You had a family to feed. He said sometimes Uncle Bud would come home so tired, so worn out. Things just didn't go right all day. Children messed up at home. And sometimes maybe his anger did come out. Maybe he would appear to be angry and upset, and something bad would come out of him. But he said, that's not Mr. Bud. Because Mr. Bud went on the job. Mr. Bud kept the job going.
Yeah.
And on the job, he talked about his wife. On the job, he talked about his son. On the job, he talked about his daughters. He was proud of his family.
Yeah.
And he held up his family. But that just happened to be an awkward moment.
All right.
So he said, don't judge him for that.
All right.
Judge him on the fact that every day he went to work.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Judge him on the fact that he stayed on his post.
Yes.
All right.
Ah.
So we are the teacher of this class. God has sent us some exchange students to teach his truth
Yes. Yes.
to our city.
Yes. Yes.
Teach his truth in our home.
Yes.
Teach his truth on our job.
Yes.
Yes, to teach his truth in our church.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
As a teacher, all God's chosen students must pass his Truth 101 class.
All right. Ah.
We have been issued an exchange student of poverty and very poor choices. We have no options. Poverty is our life. We got to live with it 24/7. We got to go to bed with our belly hungry.
Jesus.
Come on.
But we got to go to class.
All right.
We may have a sickness
Yes.
and bad health
Yes.
and spend all our money to the doctor.
All right.
They have no answer for us. That exchange student is ours. We got to live with it through sickness and in health.